Welcome, quiet traveller. Tonight you've arrived at a gentle shelter made of sound, a small lamp in the wide weather of the world. Outside this moment, mountains may rise into silence, snow may gather on slopes like prayers whispered in white, and avalanches may thunder down valleys with the voice of ancient power. But here, you are safe. Here, you are warm enough. Here, your only task is simple and sacred: to rest. Let your breathing become steady, like a tide that knows its way home. Inhale softly, and exhale as if you're setting down a heavy pack. Feel the weight of your blankets, not as pressure, but as protection. A roof of kindness, a quiet tent over the tired parts of your day. If it helps, imagine a small candle nearby, its flame steady, even when the world beyond the walls feels restless. Tonight, we settle over the high world, over peaks crowned in snow, over the silent architecture of ice and stone, over the fierce beauty of avalanches, and the calm wisdom that helps a human endure beneath them. We will walk through 100 survival truths, each like a candle placed along a dark trail, not to frighten you, but to guide you, not to stir urgency, but to offer steadiness, because mountains can be immense and tender at the same time. Avalanches like thunder rolling through cathedral valleys, snowfields like quilts of moonlight, and the hush that sometimes follows when the air settles and the world exhales. As you listen, you may notice something gentle. Knowledge can be a shelter, a map folded quietly in the pocket of the mind, a way of remembering that even in wild conditions, the human spirit has learned to adapt, to wait, to watch, and to choose the next right step with care. So unclench your jaw, let your shoulders soften. If any thought arrives like distant thunder, you don't have to chase it. Just let it roll across the horizon and fade. You can return again and again to the simple rhythm of breath. Tonight, we settle under the high, open sky and its moving moods. We listen to the language of snow and learn the quiet mercy of preparation. You are not out in the avalanche path now. You are here to rest, to drift, to be held. In avalanche country, one quiet truth anchors all others. Most avalanches are triggered by the victim or someone in their group. This is not blame, it is invitation to awareness. The slope does not hunt you, it simply waits in a delicate balance. And the human passage becomes the breath that tips the scale. When you travel in snow-laden mountains, you are entering a conversation between gravity, crystal, and time. Your weight, your path, your timing, all of these speak into that conversation. There is a spiritual mirror here. Sometimes the danger we fear is not hunting us, but waiting for us to choose poorly. And tonight, you can rest in a different choice. The choice to pause, to breathe, and to let your body lie down in safety. Avalanches fall in 3 main types, each with its own voice and character. Loose snow avalanches begin at a single point and fan outward like water poured down a slope, gathering speed and volume. Slab avalanches release as a cohesive plate of snow, breaking free all at once with a crack that sounds like the earth sighing. Wet avalanches move in spring warmth, heavy and slower, like rivers of white cement. Each type carries different danger, different speed, different survival strategies, yet all share one truth. They are the mountain's way of shedding what it cannot hold. And as you rest here, you too can shed what you cannot hold. The weight of yesterday, the burden of tomorrow. Let them slide away into the dark, harmless and distant. The avalanche danger scale runs from 1 to 5, a simple ladder of risk. Level 1 means low danger, where natural avalanches are unlikely, and triggered slides are rare. Level 5 means extreme. Large natural avalanches are certain, and travel is not advised. But the most dangerous level for humans is often 3. Considerable danger, because it feels manageable, it tempts decisions, and it hides consequences beneath a sky that looks calm. This is where judgment matters most, not in the extremes where choices are obvious, but in the middle ground where hope and caution must shake hands. Tonight, let your mind find its own middle ground, not too alert, not too numb, just the soft, balanced place where sleep can arrive like a trusted friend. Avalanche terrain is defined by angle. Slopes between 30 and 45 degrees are the most dangerous. Steep enough for snow to slide, but not so steep that snow cannot accumulate. Gentler slopes rarely avalanche. Steeper cliffs shed snow constantly in small sloughs. But that middle range, where the snowpack builds and clings and waits, is where the mountain holds its breath. Learning to read angle with your eye, your poles, or a simple inclinometer becomes a quiet devotion. You are not measuring degrees, you are listening to the mountain's geometry. And here, in your bed, you need measure nothing. Let your body find its own gentle angle of rest, sinking softly into comfort. Wind loads slopes with snow like a sculptor piling clay. The windward side may be scoured bare, while the leeward side grows heavy with deposits, cornices, pillows, and slabs waiting to fracture. Wind can triple the danger on one side of a ridge while leaving the other strangely safe. The air moves snow grain by grain, building invisible architecture that only reveals itself when it collapses. There is something beautiful in this. The wind's patient work, the snow's slow gathering. Even destruction has its season of preparation. And tonight, you are in your own season, not of building or breaking, but of quiet restoration. Let the wind of thought blow gently past you, carrying nothing heavy. Cornices are the snow's false promises, overhanging curls of wind-deposited snow that extend beyond ridgelines like frozen waves. They look solid, even walkable, but they are cantilevered illusions. Step onto a cornice and it may break, sending you tumbling with the debris. Worse, cornices can collapse onto slopes below, triggering avalanches on terrain you thought was safe. The survival wisdom is distance and respect. Stay back from ridge edges. Assume the cornice extends farther than it appears. And in life too, some edges are less solid than they seem. Tonight, step back from every edge. Let your mind find the solid ground of breath, of stillness, of the safe center where sleep lives. Persistent weak layers are the mountain's hidden fault lines, thin strata of fragile snow crystals buried beneath stronger layers, surface hoar, depth hoar, near-surface facets. These delicate structures can remain reactive for weeks or months, waiting for the right trigger. A snowpack may look uniform and strong, but beneath it remembers its winter, every cold snap, every sun crust, every buried weakness. This is humility's lesson. You cannot always see what lies beneath, but you can move with care, test before committing, and listen to those who know the layers. And as you drift tonight, imagine your own layers: memory, fatigue, hope, settling gently into place. Nothing sharp, nothing brittle, just soft integration. Avalanche beacons are small radios worn on the body, transmitting a signal that can be tracked by other beacons in search mode. If buried, your beacon becomes your voice crying out from beneath the snow. Your companions switch to search, follow the signal, and narrow the distance until shovels can reach you. Speed matters. Survival drops sharply after 15 minutes. But the beacon is not magic. It requires practice, calm, and teamwork. It is a covenant made before the mountain. I will carry this, and you will search for me. And together, we honor the possibility of rescue. Tonight, you need no rescue. You are already found, already home, already safe in the arms of rest. In an avalanche, the human instinct is to fight, to swim, to punch upward, to scream. But snow is not water. It moves with brutal density, accelerates rapidly, and when it stops, it sets like concrete around your body. If caught, your survival actions are specific. Try to trigger the slide from the edge and escape to the side. If swept away, discard heavy gear. Fight to stay on the surface with swimming motions. And as the slide slows, create an air pocket in front of your face with your hands. These are not guarantees. They are offerings to chance. Small improvements to terrible odds. But they remind us, even in chaos, choice remains. And tonight, chaos is not your companion. Peace is. Let your hands rest open, your breath slow, your body still. Companion rescue is the best hope if buried. Organized rescue teams take time to arrive, often too long. Your partners, with their beacons, probes, and shovels, are your first and strongest chance. This is why backcountry travel is never solo in avalanche terrain. You carry the tools, you practice the skills, you make a pact. I will not leave you under the snow. There is something sacred in this mutual guardianship. We are fragile and we are not alone. As you settle into sleep, imagine that same covenant wrapping around you, the quiet promise that you are held, that you matter, that rest is your right and your refuge. As you listen, let your mind grow quieter, like someone in the wild, calmly taking stock of their surroundings. Feel your blankets as a sturdy shelter, a simple roof against the weather of the day. Out there, life can feel like steep slopes, shifting snow, uncertain footing. But in here, you are at a safe camp for the night. You don't need to read the snow, check the forecast, or choose a route right now. Mountaineers don't climb all night. Rescuers eventually rest, and so can you. For this moment, your only survival task is simple and sacred. Breathe, release, and allow your body to recover. Snow pits are windows into the snowpack's hidden life. Dig down through the layers and you see the winter's history written in crystal and density. Tap with your hand and feel where the snow coheres or collapses. Perform a compression test or extended column test, and the snow will tell you if weak layers lurk beneath. This ritual is part science, part listening. A conversation with the mountain before you commit your weight to its slopes, and there is patience in this practice. You slow down, you kneel, you observe. Tonight, you can practice that same patience with yourself, observing your breath, your heartbeat, the small signals of your body settling into rest. Terrain traps magnify avalanche danger even on smaller slides. A gully funnels debris, increasing depth. A cliff below means no escape if caught. Trees create obstacles that can injure or pin you. Terrain traps turn a survivable slide into a fatal one, not because the avalanche is larger, but because the consequences are worse. Awareness of terrain is awareness of consequence. Where will this lead if it goes wrong? And in your own life, consequence teaches gently when you listen. But tonight, there are no traps. Your terrain is soft, level, and safe. Let your body trust the ground beneath you. Avalanche paths have signatures. Look for swaths of smaller or broken trees, debris piles at the base of slopes, and channels scoured clean by repeated slides. A slope that has avalanched before will avalanche again. The mountain has shown you its habit. Respect the pattern. Choose different terrain or travel when conditions are stable. The mountain does not lie about its nature, and you, too, can be honest about yours. If you are tired, rest. If you are worn, soften. The patterns of your body are not failures. They are truths to be honoured. Close your eyes and honour the truth that you need this sleep. Travelling one at a time through avalanche terrain is a simple, powerful protocol. While one person crosses a suspect slope, others watch from safe zones. If the slope releases, witnesses know exactly where the victim was last seen and can respond immediately. This measured approach slows the group, but it preserves life. Speed is not worth the risk of burying everyone at once. One at a time, patient, deliberate. There is grace in that rhythm. Tonight, let your thoughts cross one at a time, slow and spaced, until they thin into silence and sleep takes over. Aspect and elevation shape avalanche risk in subtle ways. North-facing slopes in winter hold cold, weak snow longer. South-facing slopes warm and stabilize faster, but can become dangerously wet in spring sun. Mid-elevation zones often see the most persistent instability, caught between the alpine cold and valley warmth. Every direction, every altitude tells a different story. The mountain is not uniform, it is a patchwork of microclimates and danger zones. And you too are not uniform. Some parts of you are calm, others still carry tension. Let the tense parts soften now, like a south-facing slope warming under gentle light. The first 24 hours after a storm are critical. Fresh snow loads slopes rapidly, and the snowpack has not yet adjusted to the new weight. Avalanche danger peaks, and even moderate slopes can release. The wise practice is to wait. Let the snow settle. Let the bond strengthen. Let time become your ally. Patience after a storm saves more lives than courage during one. And this is true in all weather, inner and outer. After upheaval, rest. After strain, pause. Let your system integrate what it has carried. Tonight, you are in that sacred pause, where the body knits itself back together in sleep. Temperature matters deeply in avalanche terrain. Rapid warming can destabilize slopes, turning safe snow into wet, heavy slides. Sudden cold can create weak surface layers that get buried and forgotten. A warm wind, a chinook or föhn, can transform conditions in hours, making yesterday's safe route today's death trap. The mountain breathes with temperature, expanding and contracting, strong then fragile. Your body too responds to warmth and cold. Tonight, find your perfect temperature under your blankets. Not too hot, not too cold, just right for deep, untroubled rest. Human factors cause more avalanche accidents than snowpack instability, overconfidence, group pressure, summit fever, fatigue, poor communication. These are the invisible triggers. A person ignores their gut instinct because everyone else seems confident. A group pushes on despite red flags because turning back feels like failure. The slope may be dangerous, but the mind is where the decision breaks. This is the hardest teaching. Know yourself, speak truth, and honor fear when it whispers wisdom. Tonight, honor what your body whispers. It is asking for sleep. Listen to that quiet voice and let it guide you down. Red flags are nature's warnings written in snow and sky. Recent avalanche activity, collapsing or whelming snow, shooting cracks that radiate from your feet, heavy loading from wind or precipitation. See one red flag and you increase caution. See multiple flags and you change plans. The mountain is speaking clearly. The question is whether you are humble enough to listen. Humility is not weakness, it is clarity. And tonight, clarity is simple. You are tired and sleep is the right response. No argument, no negotiation. Just the gentle surrender to what is true. An avalanche moves with shocking speed. Some reach over 130 kilometers per hour, faster than highway traffic. The leading edge creates a powder cloud that can blast through forests and over ridges. The dense flowing layer beneath churns like a concrete mixer. In seconds, you can be swept hundreds of meters and buried under tons of snow. There is no outrunning it. There is only avoiding it or surviving it. Speed in nature commands respect. But tonight, speed is not your concern. Slow is holy. Slow is safe. Let your heartbeat slow, your thoughts slow, your breathing slow into the deep rhythm of sleep. And now, as these truths settle around you like snowflakes on quiet ground, let your body remember, you are not on the mountain tonight. You are in shelter, in warmth, in safety. The avalanche's thunder is distant, like a story told by firelight, real, but not here. Let your muscles release their vigilance. Let your mind stop scanning for danger. Imagine yourself in a small stone hut, high in the peaks, with thick walls and a warm hearth. Outside, the world is white and wild. Inside, you are protected. Breathe in that protection. Breathe out every lingering tension. Avalanche airbags are worn like backpacks and deploy large balloons when triggered, helping you float toward the surface of flowing debris through a principle called inverse segregation. Larger objects rise in granular flow. They improve survival odds significantly, but they are not guarantees. Battery or compressed gas inflates the bags in seconds, yet the device only helps if you can pull the trigger, if the bags deploy correctly, and if the avalanche is the kind where flotation matters. Technology offers hope, but not certainty, and that balance between preparedness and acceptance is where peace lives. You prepare what you can, then release what you cannot control. Tonight, release control. Let sleep carry you where it will. Wet avalanches are springtime's danger, moving slower but with brutal mass. Warming temperatures turn snow into heavy slush that flows like wet concrete, entrapping and suffocating quickly. Wet slides often occur on sunny slopes in afternoon warmth. They sound different, deep, rumbling, almost lazy. But they are ruthlessly efficient at filling gullies and burying everything in their path. Even beauty can be dangerous when the conditions shift. The same sun that warms your face can destabilize a slope. Tonight, let warmth be only gentle. The warmth of blankets, the warmth of safety, with no danger hidden beneath. Backcountry travel means self-reliance. No ski patrol is setting off charges to trigger slides. No groomed runs are tested and cleared. The decisions are yours, the consequences are yours, and the margin for error is thin. You carry beacon, probe, shovel. You check the avalanche forecast. You assess terrain and snowpack. You communicate with your group. This is freedom paired with responsibility. And in that pairing, there is dignity. You are trusted to choose well. Tonight, choose rest. Choose the quiet dignity of a body allowed to repair itself in sleep. Avalanche forecasts are gifts of collective knowledge. Forecasters gather snowpack data, weather information, and recent avalanche activity to produce regional danger ratings and specific problem descriptions. These forecasts do not tell you that a specific slope will slide at a specific time. They tell you the general character of risk. The final decision is still yours, informed by the forecast and your own observations. Forecasts offer guidance, not certainty. And in life, you gather wisdom from many sources, then trust yourself to decide. Tonight, the forecast is clear. Conditions are perfect for sleep. The data supports rest. Trust that guidance and let go. Avalanche dogs are trained to find human scent beneath the snow. Their noses can detect a buried person meters deep, and they work with focus and speed that technology cannot match. A good avalanche dog, with its handler, can search a debris field far faster than a probe line. But dogs take time to arrive, and time is the cruelest enemy in burial. There is something tender about a dog's devotion, searching, digging, saving. Animals teach us loyalty and presence. Tonight, imagine a loyal companion curled beside you, warm and steady. Let that image comfort you as you drift. The survival time curve is grim. After 15 minutes buried, survival drops to about 90%. After 35 minutes, it falls near 30%. Asphyxiation, trauma, and hypothermia work together. The snow around your face melts and refreezes into an ice mask, sealing off air. Carbon dioxide builds. The cold leeches life. Every minute matters, which is why companion rescue with practice speed is essential. Time is precious in crisis, but tonight, time is abundant. You have all the time you need to relax, to breathe, to let sleep unfold at its own gentle pace. No rush, no countdown, just the slow, luxurious drift into rest. Strategic route finding reduces exposure. Choose ridgelines and low-angle terrain when possible. Avoid crossing beneath avalanche paths. If you must travel through dangerous terrain, identify islands of safety, rock outcrops, dense tree clusters, and move quickly between them. Plan escape routes before committing. Think like water finding the safest path downhill. Water does not fight the mountain, it flows around obstacles. Tonight, flow around your obstacles. If a thought blocks your path to sleep, don't fight it. Just flow gently past and continue downward, into rest. Avalanche trauma is not only burial, the tumbling, the impact with trees and rocks, the violent forces during the slide, all can cause injury or death before burial occurs. Bodies are ragdolled through debris, slammed into obstacles, compressed by the snow's weight. Some victims survive burial only to succumb to injuries sustained during the ride. Violence can be hidden beneath a blanket of white. But you are not in violence now. You are in gentleness. Let the blanket over you be only soft, only kind, pressing with comfort, not force. Whoomping is the sound of a weak layer collapsing, a deep whoomp beneath your feet as the snowpack settles suddenly. Sometimes you feel it as much as hear it. Shooting cracks of fractures that radiate outward from where you stand, visible lines of failure spreading across the surface. Both are urgent warnings that the snowpack is unstable and slopes may be ready to release. The earth is speaking, and you learn to listen with your whole body, ears, feet, eyes, gut. Tonight, listen to your body's quieter signals, the heaviness of eyelids, the slowness of breath, the readiness for sleep. These, too, are messages. Honor them. Ice axes and crampons are tools for steep, firm snow, but they do not stop avalanches. Self-arrest techniques work on hard snow where you can dig in and break. In an avalanche's chaotic flow, these tools are often useless or even dangerous. A crampon can catch and twist a leg, an axe can be torn away or strike you. Survival in a slide is not about technical skill, it's about terrain choice and in luck. Sometimes the tools that serve you in one situation are irrelevant in another. Tonight, let go of the tools you use to manage the day. You don't need them now. Just rest, unequipped and unguarded, in simple trust. Feel your breath now, slow and even, like wind through a high pass, steady, calm, without effort. The mountain is teaching you stillness. The snow is teaching you patience. Out there, avalanches reshape valleys in the seconds. In here, sleep reshapes you in hours. Gently, slowly, with no violence. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Imagine the weight of the day sliding off you harmlessly, piling up somewhere far away where it cannot touch you. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to rest. Cornices collapse unpredictably and can trigger avalanches on slopes below. The fracture line often extends farther back from the edge than expected, sometimes several meters onto what appears to be flat, safe ground. If you must travel near corniced ridges, give them a wide berth. Stay well back from edges, especially on the leeward side, where wind has deposited the most snow. A cornice fall can be the stone that starts the avalanche. There is wisdom in margins, in leaving space between yourself and the edge. Not living timidly, but living wisely. Tonight, you are far from any edge. You are in the center of safety, surrounded by margin, with room to breathe and be. Glide. Cracks appear when the entire snowpack slides slowly on a lubricating layer near the ground, often on smooth surfaces like grass or rock slabs. These cracks open like dark mouths in the snow, revealing the gap between snow and earth. While glide avalanches are hard to predict and often release naturally, the cracks themselves are warnings. Avoid slopes with visible glide cracks. The release could happen at any time. The earth and snow are separating, losing their bond. And you, tonight, can feel your worries separating from your peace, detaching, sliding away, leaving you lighter. Let them go. You don't need to hold on to what no longer serves you. Solar radiation changes everything. A slope that was safe in morning shadow can become deadly by afternoon sun. The sun's warmth penetrates the snowpack, weakening bonds, creating meltwater that lubricates layers. South and west facing slopes are particularly vulnerable in spring. Timing your travel for cooler parts of the day, early morning, before the sun has worked its alchemy, can be the difference between safe passage and catastrophe. The sun is generous, but it also transforms, and you too have your seasons of transformation. Tonight is not the season of sun and change. Tonight is the season of moon and rest, cool, quiet, still. Avalanche cords are simple, old technology lifelines, brightly coloured ropes trailing behind you as you travel. If buried, the cord may remain on the surface, marking your location. They're less common now with beacon technology, but they embody a timeless principle. Leave a trace, a thread back to the living world, something that says, I am here. We all need threads that connect us to safety, to home, to the people who would search for us. Tonight, your thread is breath, the simple in and out that tethers you to life, that proves you are here, alive, worthy of rest. Group dynamics can override good judgment. Familiarization, where repeated safe passage makes a dangerous slope feel benign, lulls groups into complacency. Social proof, following others without independent assessment, spreads risk like contagion. The expert halo, deferring to someone's experience without questioning current conditions, can lead everyone into danger. These are not weaknesses. They are human patterns that require conscious resistance. And here is the gentle rebellion. Think for yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Trust your instinct, even when others seem certain. Tonight, trust the instinct that tells you to rest, regardless of what the world's urgency might say. Probe lines are organised search patterns where rescuers stand in a line and probe the snow systematically with long poles, feeling for the distinctive resistance of a human body. It is slow, methodical work, a last resort when beacon signals are absent or when multiple burials confuse the search. Each probe thrust is a small prayer. Let this be where they are. Let us find them in time. Searching is an act of love, not giving up, not abandoning hope. And as you lie here, imagine that same love searching for you, finding you, and saying, "Here, rest now. You are found. You are safe." Deep snow burial, more than 2 meters, dramatically reduces survival odds. The weight above compresses your chest, making breathing nearly impossible even if you have an air pocket. The distance muffles sound. Rescuers above cannot hear you scream. Cold works faster under meters of insulation. Deep burial is the mountain's harshest teaching, and it reinforces the urgency of prevention over rescue. Some depths are difficult to return from, but you are not in the depths now. You are at the surface, breathing freely wrapped in air and warmth. Let your breath deepen with gratitude for this simple gift, unobstructed air. Snowpack settlement is the mountain's slow negotiation with gravity. Fresh snow is light and loose, full of air. Over time, grains bond, compact, and gain strength through metamorphism, changes in crystal structure driven by temperature and pressure. A well-settled snowpack can support immense weight, but if weak layers persist, or if new snow loads faster than bonding can occur, the settlement becomes a timer on instability. Time heals, but only if conditions allow, and you too need time to settle, to integrate, to bond your scattered pieces back together. Sleep is that time. Let it do its patient work within you. Slough management is an everyday skill in steep terrain. Small loose snow slides, sloughs, release continuously on steep slopes, harmless individually, but potentially dangerous if they knock you off balance or push you into terrain traps. Experienced travellers trigger sloughs intentionally, clearing snow before it accumulates into larger releases. They move with rhythm, ski a few turns, step aside, let the slough pass. Continue. Even small dangers require attention and rhythm. But tonight, you need no rhythm except the rhythm of breath. In, out, slow and steady, like waves on a quiet shore. Pre-trip planning is the unsexy foundation of safety. Study the forecast, review the terrain, check recent observations from other parties, discuss group goals, risk tolerance, and turnaround criteria. Pack the right gear, share your plan with someone not going. All of this happens before you even see the mountain, and it saves more lives than heroic rescues ever will. Preparation is an act of love toward your future self, and in small ways, you prepare for sleep too. Dimming lights, quieting the mind, arranging pillows. You are doing it now. Let this preparation bear fruit. Let sleep come as the natural result of your gentle readiness. You have walked far into the night of knowledge, and your mind may feel full, like a snowpack layered with information. But you do not need to hold it all. Let the facts settle like snow on a quiet slope, present but not demanding. Let your consciousness soften at the edges. Imagine yourself in a snow cave, insulated from the world, the walls glowing faintly blue with filtered light. Outside, wind may blow. Inside, you are still warm, protected. Your only task is to breathe this clean, cold air and let it purify your thoughts. Rest now. The mountain will still be there when you wake. Avalanche Terrain Exposure Scale, ATES, rates routes from simple to complex to challenging, helping travelers choose appropriate terrain for their skill level. Simple terrain has minimal avalanche exposure, mostly gentle slopes and run-out zones. Complex terrain includes some exposure, but with options to reduce risk. Challenging terrain offers limited options, consequential exposure, and demands expert decision-making. Knowing which terrain you're in helps you match your skills to the stakes. We all navigate terrain in life. Some days simple, some days challenging. Tonight, choose simple terrain. No exposure, no consequence. Just the gentle, forgiving slope of sleep where mistakes are impossible, and rest is guaranteed. Convex rollovers, where a slope steepens or curves, concentrate stress in the snowpack and are common trigger points. The snow stretches like a sheet pulled over a ball, and tension builds until something gives. Concave slopes, curving into gentler angles, are often more stable because compression holds layers together. Reading the subtle geometry of slopes becomes second nature to experienced travelers. The mountain's body has its stresses and releases, just as yours does. Tonight, find the concave places in yourself, the places that hold together, that compress gently into safety. Let those be your refuge. Wind slabs are sneaky killers, smooth, inviting surfaces that hide the violence of their creation. Wind has scoured snow from one area and deposited it densely on another, creating a cohesive slab over a weak layer. They can form in hours during a storm. They often look safer than they are because the surface is so uniform. But underneath, the bond is fragile, waiting for weight or vibration to break it. What looks safe is not always safe. What looks smooth may hide fracture lines, but your bed is genuinely safe. No hidden dangers, no false promises. Trust it. Sink into it without reservation. The rule of safe zones is simple. Identify places where avalanches cannot reach you. Dense timber, rock outcrops, ridge tops, low-angle benches, and spend as much time there as possible. When crossing hazardous slopes, move quickly and deliberately between safe zones. Don't linger in the danger. Make your exposure brief and your refuge long. Brief exposure, long refuge. That is wisdom for mountains and for life. Tonight, you are in long refuge. Let it be as long as you need. Hours of restoration, hours of peace. Persistent slabs are the ghosts of old storms, buried weak layers that remain reactive long after the snow above them seems settled. They can lie dormant for weeks or months, then suddenly fail under the right trigger. They are difficult to detect without snowpack investigation. They haunt the season like hidden faults in the Earth's crust, waiting for the right pressure. Some wounds take time to reveal themselves. Some instabilities persist beneath apparent calm. But tonight, there are no hidden faults in you, or if there are, they are allowed to rest without being tested. You are not under pressure. You are under care. Rescue sleds and toboggans are used to evacuate injured parties from avalanche terrain. These sturdy devices slide over snow, protecting the victim and allowing rescuers to move them efficiently. But their presence implies something already gone wrong. Injury, burial, trauma. The best rescue is the one that never happens, prevented by good decisions made hours or days earlier. Prevention over rescue. Wisdom over heroism. And tonight, prevent fatigue, prevent stress, prevent the wearing down of your spirit. Choose rest now, before depletion forces you to stop. Avalanche airbag deployment creates a visual marker on the surface, bright fabric that helps rescuers locate you faster. Even if you remain partially buried, the bag can make the difference between being found in minutes versus being missed entirely. But deployment requires action, pulling the handle, which assumes you have time, presence of mind, and the physical ability to act. In the chaos of a slide, these assumptions do not always hold. We plan for the best and prepare for the worst. We hope for control and accept the possibility of chaos. And in this balance, there is a strange peace. Tonight, no chaos will reach you, only the soft, predictable rhythm of sleep. The European Avalanche Danger Scale, the North American Scale, systems vary slightly by region, but all attempt the same task, translating complex snowpack assessment into simple, actionable guidance. These scales are built on decades of accidents, observations, and hard-won knowledge. They are a gift from those who came before, some of whom did not survive to share their lessons except through the fact of their absence. We learn from those who walked before us. We inherit their wisdom and their warnings. Tonight, inherit the wisdom of rest from every person who ever learned that the body needs sleep to endure. Let their collective knowledge cradle you. Storm snow is a double burden, new weight on old layers, loading slopes faster than bonds can strengthen. A storm depositing 2 or 3 centimeters of snow per hour is a red flag. Wind during the storm compounds the problem, drifting and loading leeward slopes even more heavily. The mountain groans under this new weight, and slopes that were stable yesterday become loaded guns today. Burdens accumulate. That is true of snow and true of life. But tonight, you are not accumulating. You are releasing. Each breath out is a small unburdening. Let the weight of the day slide off like snow from a steep roof. Halfway through our journey, let us pause in a deeper stillness. You have climbed high into the country of knowledge, breath by breath, fact by fact. The avalanche has shown you its many faces, slab and slough, wind and wet, trigger and consequence. You have learned the languages of terrain, the grammar of snowpack, the vocabulary of survival, and through it all, you have remained here, safe, breathing, held. You don't have to navigate the wilderness tonight. You're just here to safely lay up camp and recover. Imagine the high peaks around you, draped in white, silent under stars. You are in a small hut made of warmth and quiet, far below the avalanche paths, sheltered in a fold of the valley. The stove ticks softly as metal cools. Your sleeping bag is a cocoon of safety. Outside, the snow glows faintly under moonlight, beautiful and dangerous and distant. Let your mind walk through that landscape one last time. The slopes you will not cross tonight. The cornices you will not test. The wind you will not feel. Let it all exist out there, wild and real, while you remain in here, protected and still. You are not abandoning the mountain. You are honoring the rhythm of effort and rest, of exposure and recovery. Firefighters don't run all night. Avalanche forecasters eventually sleep. Rescuers return to warm beds. And so can you. So will you. For this moment, your only survival task is simple and sacred. Breathe, release, and allow your body to recover. Let the second half of our journey carry you even deeper into rest. Aspect, the direction a slope faces, is one of the first things to assess. North-facing slopes in the northern hemisphere receive less direct sun and hold cold, weak snow longer. South-facing slopes warm and stabilize faster, but can become wet and unstable in spring. East faces get morning sun, west faces get afternoon heat. Each direction has its season of danger, its time of strength. Knowing aspect is knowing the mountain's moods. You too have aspects, parts that warm quickly, parts that stay frozen. Tonight, let all aspects rest equally. Sun facing and shadow facing alike, all parts of you deserve this sleep. The buddy system is sacred in avalanche terrain. You never travel alone. You stay in visual contact. You watch each other cross slopes. You know where each person is at all times. If the worst happens, your buddy is your lifeline, the one who switches their beacon to search, who digs with desperate speed, who refuses to give up. This covenant is simple. I will not leave you under the snow. We are fragile alone and stronger together. And even in sleep, you are not alone. You are part of the vast human family that rests, dreams and wakes. Let that belonging hold you gently. Avalanche cords, bright and trailing, were used before beacons became standard. Now they seem quaint, almost naive, a piece of rope as lifeline, but they remind us that survival technology evolves, that what saves lives today may be replaced tomorrow, and that the principle remains. Leave a trace, mark your presence, give rescue a chance. Simple. Solutions often endure: a blanket, a pillow, a dark room, a quiet mind. These are ancient technologies of rest, unchanged for millennia. Trust them tonight. Crown faces, the uphill fracture line where a slab breaks free, can tower meters high. A wall of broken snow marking where solid became motion. Standing at a crown and looking down the path of destruction is sobering. The snow that seemed so stable is now scattered across hundreds of meters. The mountain has revealed its power, and you are reminded you are small and nature is vast. Humility in the face of vastness is not defeat, it is clarity. Tonight, be small without shame. Be human-sized. Let the universe be vast while you rest in your small, safe corner of it. Stability tests, compression tests, extended column tests, rutsch block tests are rituals of investigation. You isolate a column of snow, apply force, and observe how and when it fails. A sudden collapse on light pressure is alarming. Progressive, resistant failure is reassuring. These tests don't predict the future perfectly, but they reveal the present. The snowpack's current character, its hidden weaknesses, its readiness to break. We test ourselves too sometimes, but tonight, no testing is required. You don't need to prove your strength or measure your endurance. You are allowed to simply be untested and at peace. Run-out zones are where avalanches finally stop. Valleys, flats, forests dense enough to slow debris. Understanding run-out distance helps you assess risk. A small slide might stop after 50 meters. A large, deep slab could run a kilometer or more, sweeping far beyond the starting zone. Maps and historical records show typical run-out patterns, but unusual avalanches can exceed expectations. Even violence eventually exhausts itself and comes to rest. And you too can come to rest now. All the motion of the day finally stopping, your energy settling into stillness. Hypothermia is the silent companion of avalanche burial. Even if you have air to breathe, the cold steals life. Snow is an insulator, yes, but it is also cold storage. Body heat drains away, core temperature drops, consciousness fades. Rescue teams know that even a successfully located victim may be losing the race against cold. Time and temperature work together as executioners. But you are not in the cold now. You are warm or warm enough. And if you are cold, you can adjust. Another blanket, another layer. small acts of self-care that keep the warmth in. Tend to your warmth like a sacred flame. Sympathetic triggering occurs when one person triggers a slide that buries another person in a different location. Someone below, someone to the side, someone who thought they were in a safe zone. The mountain does not limit consequences to those who made the decision. Avalanches are communal events, spreading risk across the group. This is why communication and spacing matter so much. Consequences ripple outward, and so does a care. Tonight, care for yourself, knowing that arrested you is a gift to everyone you'll meet tomorrow. Sleep is not selfish, it is responsible. Ice layers within the snowpack can act as sliding surfaces, creating instability. Formed by rain, sun crusts, or freeze-thaw cycles, these slick interfaces allow overlying snow to slide like a tray from a tilted table. Recognizing ice layers requires touch and observation, digging, feeling, seeing the smooth, glassy surface that refuses to bond with the snow above it. Some layers simply do not bond. Some connections cannot form. And that is not always failure. It is simply the nature of things. Tonight, let go of trying to force connections. Just rest, loose and unbonded, in the formless flow of sleep. Rescue transceivers must be practiced regularly. Owning a beacon is not enough. You must know how to search, switching modes, following flux lines, narrowing the signal, pinpointing the burial. Panic makes people forget their training. Cold makes fingers clumsy. But muscle memory, built through repetition, can carry you through when thought fails. Practice creates calm in crisis, and sleep too is a practice. You get better at it with repetition, learning what helps, what hinders, what your body needs. Trust your practice tonight. The night is deep now, and you have travelled far into the country of snow and survival. Let your mind be like a valley filling with gentle darkness, soft, complete, without edges. Imagine each fact you've heard as a snowflake that landed and melted into you, leaving behind only a faint coolness, a whisper of moisture. You are not carrying weight, you are absorbing wisdom. The mountain teaches through presence, not force. And you are learning even now, even as you drift. Let your breath be the guide. Let your heartbeat be the drum. Let sleep be the destination you've been walking toward all along. Terrain anchors, like rocky islands or clusters of trees, can provide relative safety in otherwise dangerous slopes. These features disrupt slab formation and offer solid ground if a slide releases around a U, but they are not absolute protection. Avalanches can flow around anchors, and debris can pile up on the uphill side, creating burial risk. Still, a rocky outcrop is better than open exposure. Anchors help, but they are not guarantees, and in life, we seek anchors too. Routines, relationships, beliefs that steady us. Tonight, let your anchor be simple. This bed, this breath, this moment of rest. Explosive control, using artillery, hand charges, or helicopter bombing, is how ski resorts and highway departments manage avalanche risk. These controlled releases clear snow before it becomes a natural threat. The explosions are precise, intentional, timed to minimize danger. It is prevention through controlled violence. And it saves countless lives by ensuring that avalanches happen on human terms, not nature's. Sometimes we must release pressure intentionally before it releases on its own. Tonight, release whatever you're holding, tension, worry, unfinished thoughts. Let them go in a controlled way, gently, so they don't avalanche later. Graupel, soft hail pellets that look like tiny snowballs. can create weak layers within the snowpack. These rounded grains don't bond well with surrounding snow, forming slippery zones that can fail under load. A graupel layer buried mid-season becomes a hidden instability, a trap set by weather and forgotten by time. Some weaknesses are buried and forgotten, but they remain. And that's okay. You don't have to excavate every old wound tonight. Just rest on the surface, where the snow is soft and the support is enough. Post-control stability, after explosives have been used or after natural avalanches have released, offers a window of relative safety. The slopes have shed their burdens. The remaining snow is, for now, more stable, but new snow will fall, new wind will load, and new instability will build. Safety is always temporary, always conditional. Vigilance must be renewed with each storm cycle. Nothing is permanent, not safety, not danger, and that impermanence can be freeing. You don't have to be vigilant forever, just for a time. And tonight is not that time. Tonight, vigilance sleeps too. Slough avalanches, while smaller, can still knock you off your feet, sweep you into terrain traps, or bury you if you're unlucky. In steep couloirs or gullies, sloughs funnel and concentrate, gaining surprising power. Managing sloughs means timing, letting them pass before continuing, and positioning, staying to the side where they cannot push you into harm. Even small dangers deserve respect. But tonight, even small dangers are absent. You are not in the couloir. You are in a wide, safe meadow of rest. Let your mind wander there freely. The avalanche triangle teaches that 3 factors must align for an avalanche: unstable snow, steep terrain, and a trigger. Remove any one leg of the triangle and the avalanche cannot happen. Stable snow won't slide. Gentle slopes won't release. No trigger means the slope waits. This framework helps decision making. If you cannot assess the snow, avoid steep terrain. If terrain is unavoidable, travel when snowpack is most stable. 3 things must align for disaster, but only one thing is needed for rest: your willingness. And you are willing. You've shown up. You've laid down. Now let's sleep. Do the rest. Avalanche paths repeat. The same slopes slide year after year because the terrain geometry favours it. The angle, the aspect, the shape. Knowing the history of a path helps predict its future. Old growth trees are absent from frequent paths. Younger vegetation marks where slides run regularly. Reading the forest is reading the mountain's memory written in wood and time. The past teaches if we attend to it, and your past has taught you how to rest. You've done this before, countless nights of successful sleep. Trust that history. Let it predict a peaceful night tonight. Wind direction determines where snow accumulates. Windward slopes are scoured and often safer. Leeward slopes are loaded and dangerous. A ridge can separate 2 completely different snowpack conditions within meters. Learning to read wind patterns, looking at sastrugi, flag trees, and snow plumes, helps you predict which slopes are loaded and which are stripped. The same wind creates safety in one place and danger in another. And the same thought can calm you or agitate you, depending on how you hold it. Tonight, let thoughts drift like wind, present but not accumulating, not building into burden. Avalanche education saves lives. Courses teach snowpack assessment, rescue techniques, decision-making frameworks, and risk management. Knowledge reduces fear without eliminating respect. You learn to see what is invisible, to feel what is beneath, to anticipate what is building. Education turns the mountain from a mysterious threat into a readable landscape. Learning is empowering, and you are learning even now, even in this liminal space between waking and sleeping, your unconscious mind is absorbing, integrating, building wisdom. Trust that process. Rest while it works. Variable conditions make decision-making harder. One slope is safe, while the adjacent one is loaded. Morning is stable, while afternoon is dangerous. Elevation changes everything. This variability demands constant reassessment, constant humility, constant willingness to adjust plans. The mountain is not uniform, and neither is risk. Life is variable too. What worked yesterday may not work today. What helps in one moment may hinder in another. But the need for rest is constant. Tonight, that is your constant, your reliable truth. Trust it. You are more than halfway through the night now, and the peaks of knowledge are behind you. Ahead lies only the gentle descent into sleep. Feel how your body has softened during this journey. Muscles releasing, breath deepening, thoughts thinning into wisps. The avalanche has taught you about forces, about triggers, about the delicate balance between stability and collapse. And through it all, you have remained safe, held by walls and warmth, and the simple miracle of shelter. Let gratitude bloom quietly in your chest. Gratitude for this moment, this breath, this soft darkness that asks nothing of you. The mountain will be there tomorrow. Sleep is your summit tonight. Avalanche debris is not like fresh snow. It sets hard and fast, sometimes within minutes. Rescuers describe it as concrete, impossible to move with bare hands alone. This rapid setting is why shovels are essential, why speed matters, why every second of burial counts. The snow that was flowing and chaotic becomes solid and imprisoning, and the body trapped within cannot escape on its own. Transformation happens quickly, from fluid to solid, from possible to trapped. But the reverse is true too. You can transform from tense to relaxed, from wakeful to sleeping, sometimes in moments. Let that transformation begin now. Feel your body beginning to set, not into hardness, but into the soft solidness of deep rest. Multiple burials, when more than one person is caught, create agonizing dilemmas for rescuers. Multiple beacon signals can overlap and confuse searchers. Limited rescuers must choose how to divide effort. The math becomes brutal. Save the one you find first, or keep searching for the one buried deeper? There are no good answers, only terrible choices made in terrible circumstances. Life sometimes offers no good choices, only less bad ones. But tonight, there are no dilemmas. The choice is simple and singular. Rest. Let that simplicity be a relief, a small mercy in a complex world. Ski cutting is a technique where a skier deliberately crosses the top of a suspect slope, trying to trigger a release from a position of relative safety. If the slope slides, the skier has either escaped to the side or triggered it without consequence. If it holds, the group gains information and potentially safe passage. But ski cutting requires skill, judgment, and acceptance of risk. It is not for beginners, and even experts sometimes misjudge. Sometimes we test boundaries to learn where they are. But tonight, test nothing. Accept the boundaries of your body's need for rest without question, without pushing, without proving anything. Avalanche lilies and other mountain flowers bloom in avalanche paths, thriving in the disturbed soil, and increased sunlight where slides have cleared the forest. These flowers are the mountain's poetry, written in the aftermath of violence, beauty emerging from destruction, life reclaiming the scar. They remind us that even catastrophic events create conditions for new growth. Destruction and creation are not opposites. They are partners in the mountain's dance. And in your own life, rest destroys the day's momentum, so tomorrow's energy can be created. Let this destruction be gentle and complete. Faceted snow crystals, angular, weak, poorly bonded, form under temperature gradients in the snowpack. When the ground is warm and the surface is cold, water vapor migrates upward and recrystallizes into fragile, sugary grains. These facets cannot support load well and become buried weak layers. They are invisible to the eye but detectable by touch, like sand rather than snow. What seems solid may be granular beneath, and you too may feel fragile in ways others cannot see. That's okay. Fragility is honest. Tonight, let yourself be fragile, held carefully by the soft hands of sleep. The propagation saw test isolates a column and uses a saw to test how cracks propagate through weak layers. If the crack shoots across the column suddenly with little force, the layer is reactive and dangerous. If it propagates slowly or not at all, the layer is more stable. This test shows not just if a layer is weak, but if that weakness can spread, a crucial distinction. Some problems stay isolated, others spread rapidly. Tonight, let peace propagate instead of stress. One breath of calm spreading to the next, until your whole body's peaceful. Avalanche paths are classified by their starting zones, tracks, and run-out zones. The starting zone is where the slide initiates, often steep, open slopes above tree line. The track is where it flows, gullies, couloirs, open faces. The run-out is where it stops, gentler terrain, dense forest, valley floors. Understanding this anatomy helps predict where danger begins and where safety returns. Everything has its anatomy, beginning, middle, end. Your day had its anatomy too, and now you're in the run-out zone where motion stops and stillness begins. Let yourself come to rest completely. Whoomping without cracking suggests settlement, but not necessarily imminent failure. Cracking without whoomping suggests tension, but shallow failure. Both together, whoomph and crack, is an urgent warning that the snowpack is critically loaded and slopes may release with minimal additional trigger. These signs are the mountain's language spoken clearly. Leave now. The mountain speaks to those who listen, and your body speaks too. It's been saying rest all day. You've listened. You've come here. Now let the message complete itself in sleep. Solar aspects shift with seasons. What is a north-facing slope in winter becomes an east-facing slope's problem in spring as the sun's angle changes. The mountain's geometry stays constant, but the sun's relationship to it evolves. This seasonal awareness prevents yesterday's safe route from becoming today's trap. Relationships change. What worked once may not work now, and that's okay. Adaptation is wisdom. Tonight, adapt to your body's current need. Not what you needed yesterday, but what you need now. Sleep. Emergency shelters, snow caves, quinzees, bivouac sites can save lives in avalanche terrain when weather or darkness prevents safe travel. Building a small cave in consolidated snow provides insulation from wind and cold. A candle inside can raise the temperature significantly, but location matters. Avoid building under slopes that could slide, and ensure ventilation to prevent carbon dioxide buildup. Even in emergency, care and wisdom apply. You find the safest place available, not the perfect place. Tonight, your place is already safe. You need build nothing, prove nothing. Just inhabit the shelter already surrounding you. The night grows deeper still, like a valley filling with shadow. Silent, complete, held by peaks you cannot see but can feel surrounding you. You've learned so much about snow, about slopes, about the delicate mathematics of survival. But the deepest learning is wordless. The body's knowledge that it is safe, that it can release its grip, that sleep is not surrender, but restoration. Imagine your breath as wind moving through high passes, carrying away everything you no longer need to hold. Each exhale is a small avalanche of release. Tension sliding away, worry sliding away, leaving only the clean slope of peace. You are doing beautifully. Keep breathing, keep softening, keep trusting the night. Recalculating risk is a continuous process. Conditions change hourly as sun, wind, and temperature shift. New information arrives. A report from another party, a fresh whoomph, a change in visibility. Good decision makers remain flexible, updating their assessment constantly and never committing so fully to a plan that they cannot change it. The mountain rewards humility and punishes stubbornness. Flexibility is strength. And tonight, be flexible with yourself. If sleep comes quickly, accept it. If it takes time, accept that too. Don't force, don't fight. Just keep creating conditions for rest and trust the process. Snowmobiles and mechanized travel compact snow in specific patterns, creating hard tracks that can alter natural snowpack behavior. They also cover ground quickly, increasing exposure to varied terrain. Riders must understand that speed does not mean safety. Avalanches can be triggered from below, from the side, or by the vibration and weight of machines. Mechanical power does not overcome natural law. Technology changes the game, but not the rules. And in sleep, there are no shortcuts, no machines to force rest. Only the ancient, human process of closing eyes and surrendering. Honor that simplicity. Avalanche path maintenance involves monitoring known slide paths, sometimes installing structures like snow fences or deflection walls to manage where slides release and how they flow. These engineered solutions protect infrastructure, highways, rail lines, buildings, but they are expensive and require ongoing maintenance. Most backcountry terrain has no such protection. Nature is managed in some places, wild in most. We control what we can and accept what we cannot. Tonight, control is not your task, acceptance is. Accept that you are tired, accept that sleep is appropriate, accept the gift of horizontal rest. The first person on a slope is the most vulnerable to triggering a slide, but subsequent travelers can also trigger if conditions are marginal. Sometimes the 10th person triggers what the first 9 did not, because cumulative stress finally exceeds the snowpack's tolerance. This is why vigilance does not decrease with successful crossings. Each passage is independent, each carries risk. Past success does not guarantee future safety, but past patterns can reassure. You've slept before, many times, successfully. Let that history comfort you as you prepare to sleep again tonight. Rescue helicopters can reach remote avalanche sites quickly, bringing advanced medical care and extraction capability. But weather, visibility, and terrain can ground helicopters or make landing impossible. Rescue teams may have to approach on foot, carrying equipment over difficult terrain, which takes time. The golden hour of rescue shrinks when help cannot arrive quickly. Sometimes help is far away, and we must rely on what is close, our own resources, our own strength, our own wisdom. Tonight, you are your own help. You've brought yourself to bed. You've created this moment of rest. That is enough. Spatial variability means that danger can change within meters. One side of a ridge is loaded, the other scoured. One gully is unstable, the adjacent one is safe. You cannot paint the entire mountain with one assessment. You must read terrain constantly, feature by feature, slope by slope. Generalization kills, specificity saves. Pay attention to particulars. And right now, the particular is this: your specific body, in this specific bed, in this specific moment. Nothing else. Let your attention narrow to just this, and let everything else fade to background noise. Cornice fall zones extend farther than most people estimate. When a cornice collapses, debris can land far from the ridge, and the impact can trigger slopes below. Give cornices absurdly wide margins, 10, 15, even 20 meters back from visible edges. What looks paranoid is actually prudent. The mountain has no interest in your assumptions. Wide margins are kindness to yourself, and tonight, give yourself wide margins too, for how long sleep might take, for what thoughts might arise, for how rest might feel different than expected. Be generous with yourself. Survival stories often hinge on small decisions made correctly. The choice to turn around early, to avoid one slope in favor of another, to carry a beacon even on a short trip, to practice rescue techniques before needing them. These decisions feel minor in the moment, but become life-defining in retrospect. Survival is built from accumulated small wisdoms. Small choices compound, and choosing rest tonight is a small choice that will compound into tomorrow's energy, tomorrow's clarity, tomorrow's resilience. Honor the smallness and the significance at once. Avalanche memorials dot mountain ranges, plaques, crosses, cairns marking where someone died. They are somber teachers, reminding travelers that the mountain does not forgive, that luck runs out, that consequences are final. These memorials are not meant to create fear, but to inspire respect, to turn tragedy into transmitted wisdom. We learn from loss if we let ourselves, and sometimes the lesson is simple. Be careful, be humble, be grateful for another day. Tonight, be grateful for this moment of safety, this chance to rest, this breath that proves you are alive. The debris field after an avalanche is chaotic. Blocks of snow the size of cars, shattered trees, exposed rocks, everything mixed and jumbled. Searching this terrain is difficult and dangerous. More snow may still be unstable above. Weather may be deteriorating. Darkness may be falling. Rescuers work in conditions that could kill them too, driven by the knowledge that someone is buried and time is running out. Chaos eventually settles. The search ends. The mountain returns to silence, and you, too, can let chaos settle. The chaos of the day, the chaos of thought, and return to the silence beneath it all. You are nearing the end of this journey, and the peaks are distant behind you now. The valley of sleep opens before you, dark and welcoming. Feel how far you've travelled, through trigger points and weak layers, through rescue and debris, through all the mountain's harsh teachings, and feel too how safe you've remained, never exposed, never at risk, always held by warmth and walls. The avalanche has been a story told to you, not a danger lived by you. And now the story is winding down, the voice is softening, and the night is deepening into perfect rest. Let yourself descend now, gently toward the warm darkness where dreams live. You're almost there. Training scenarios, practice beacon searches, mock burials, timed probe lines, build muscle memory and reduce panic response. Groups that practice together learn each other's rhythms, strengths, and weaknesses. They know who stays calm, who moves fast, who double-checks the details. This familiarity can mean the difference between coordinated efficiency and chaotic fumbling when seconds matter. Practice builds confidence, and confidence allows calm. You've practiced sleep your whole life. Trust your expertise. You know how to do this, even if tonight feels different. Your body remembers. Avalanche paths create ecological niches. Certain plants thrive in the disturbed soil. Animals use the cleared corridors for travel. The mountain's violence becomes part of its biodiversity, part of its living system. What seems destructive at human scale is renewal at ecological scale. Time and perspective change everything. What feels like destruction may be clearing space for something new. And sleep destroys wakefulness, so rest can grow. Let the destruction be complete. Let wakefulness fall away entirely. The sound of an avalanche varies. Sometimes a hiss, sometimes a roar, sometimes a deep rumble felt in the chest. Witnesses describe it as freight trains, thunder, or the earth tearing. The sound carries fear because it represents force beyond human scale, momentum that cannot be stopped, consequences that cannot be undone. Sound is just vibration, but it carries meaning, and the sound of your breath is the sound of life, of calm, of the body doing what it was designed to do. Listen to your breath now. Let it be the only sound that matters. Post-avalanche terrain changes. The landscape you knew is rearranged. New features appear. Old landmarks are buried. The slope's character is altered. Routes that were safe may now cross unstable debris. This impermanence reminds travellers that the mountain is always writing and rewriting itself. Nothing is fixed. Everything is in conversation with time. Impermanence can be unsettling or liberating. Tonight, let it be liberating. Tomorrow will be different from today. Next week will bring new weather. For now, you are only responsible for now. And now is for sleeping. Avalanche forecasters synthesize vast amounts of data. Weather models, field observations, snowpack profiles, historical patterns, to produce their assessments. They balance science and intuition, data and experience. They know their forecasts will be wrong sometimes, that the mountain surprises even experts. They issue warnings anyway, knowing that imperfect guidance is better than no guidance. Do your best with what you know and accept uncertainty. That is all anyone can do. Tonight, you don't know how the night will unfold, but you can create conditions for good sleep and trust the process. Urban avalanches are rare but possible. Snow sliding from roofs, ice falling from buildings, accumulated snow releasing from steep-sided structures. These remind us that avalanche principles apply wherever snow accumulates on slopes. Angle, load, weak layer, trigger. The triangle exists even in cities, though consequences are usually less severe. Danger takes many forms even in familiar places, but so does safety. Your bedroom is a familiar place of safety. Let that familiarity comfort you. You've rested here before. You will rest here again. Tonight is just another in a long line of safe nights. The moment after an avalanche releases is described by survivors as surreal. The slope you trusted is suddenly in motion. The snow you stood on is now flowing like liquid. And you are caught in forces that dwarf your strength. Time compresses. Instinct takes over. The world becomes noise and chaos and desperate action. And then, sometimes in stillness, burial, or escape. And the aftermath begins. Moments of transition can feel surreal. Waking to sleeping is a transition too. The ground of consciousness suddenly unstable. Reality shifting into dream. Let that transition happen. Don't fight a surreal feeling. Ride it gently into sleep. Community knowledge keeps people alive. Trip reports shared online. forecasts posted publicly, local expertise passed between climbers and skiers. This shared wisdom creates a collective intelligence greater than any individual. The mountain teaches us, and we teach each other, and the accumulated learning becomes a commons of survival. We are connected through shared knowledge and mutual care, and that connection extends even here to this moment. Someone wrote these words to help you rest. Someone cares about your sleep. Let that care hold you. Respect for the mountain is not fear. It is appropriate acknowledgement of power and scale. The mountain does not hate you, but it also does not care about you. It operates according to physical laws that predate humanity and will outlast it. Avalanches are not personal. They are gravity, snow, and slope in conversation. You can study that conversation, learn its language, and move through it with humility. Impersonal forces shape our lives: weather, time, entropy, exhaustion. These are not punishments, they are conditions. And the condition of your body right now is tiredness. Respect that. Honor it. Let sleep be your response. The final survival truth is this: the best avalanche is the one you avoid. No rescue is as good as not needing rescue. No survival story is as good as a quiet day when nothing went wrong. The mountain's greatest gift is not drama or test or trophy. It is safe passage, the ability to walk in beauty and walk out whole. And that gift requires wisdom, humility, patience, and the willingness to turn around. You've walked far beneath the cathedral of snow and ice. You've listened to the mountain's language spoken in fracture lines and weak layers. You've learned the grammar of slopes and the vocabulary of survival. And through it all, the human spirit remains small but dignified, like a single flame refusing to go out, like a traveller finding shelter before the storm, like someone choosing rest when rest is needed. Now, let this journey fold itself away like a blanket tucked around you. Let gratitude settle over your heart, for shelter, for breath, for the quiet power of preparation, for the mercy of rest. Even in your sleep, you have already conquered great peaks in the journey of life, because endurance is not only climbing, it is also recovering. Survival is not only action, it is also the wisdom to stop, to rest, to let the body heal and the mind quiet. You've walked far above the snowline tonight, into the high country where mountains wear their mantles of white and silence speaks louder than words. You've learned the avalanche's many faces, the sudden violence of slab release, the patient accumulation of wind-loaded slopes, the hidden weakness of faceted layers, the harsh mathematics of burial and rescue. Each fact has been a candle placed along a dark trail, illuminating not just the mountain's dangers, but the mountain's teachings. The avalanche is more than a catastrophe. It is the mountain's way of shedding what it cannot hold, the snow's response to gravity's patient call, the landscape's conversation with time and weight and balance. And in learning its language, you've learned something about yourself too, that you can hold knowledge without holding fear, that you can respect danger without living in terror, that wisdom creates space for both caution and peace. As you lie here now, safe in your shelter of walls and warmth, imagine the high peaks standing in their ancient silence, draped in snow that glows faintly under stars. The slopes are sleeping too, settled for the night, their tensions eased, their burdens light. The mountain breathes slowly, and you breathe with it, in and out, rise and fall, like snow settling on a quiet slope, like a tired traveller finally reaching camp You are not required to be strong every moment. Even the mountains rest between storms. Even the rescuers sleep between calls. Even the most vigilant forecasters close their eyes and trust the night. And so can you. You have carried yourself this far, through the day's demands, through the evening's gradual dimming, through this long meditation on survival and snow. You have arrived. You are here. You are home. If tonight's journey brought peace to your spirit, if these 100 truths helped carry you toward rest, remember to like this video, subscribe, and share what great survival story you love to dream through next. The mountains have many teachings, and we have many more nights to explore them together. Nights of gentle learning, of peaceful drift, of knowledge held lightly like snowflakes that melt on your palm. And when you're ready, click the video on your screen to continue your endurance path to the summit. There are other peaks to climb, other landscapes to cross, other survival wisdom to gather. But not tonight. Tonight is for this: the sacred stillness of a body at rest, the holy darkness of a mind at peace, the simple grace of a breath moving in and out like tide, like wind, like the patient rhythm of the earth itself. May peace guard your dreams until morning, and may grace be the first light to greet you when you wake. May the mountain hold you in its vast patience. May the snow teach you gentleness. May the avalanche's fierce beauty remind you that even destruction is part of the cycle, that even chaos returns to calm, that even the longest storm eventually passes and leaves behind a world washed clean. You have done enough today. You have learned enough, carried enough, endured enough. The mountain asks nothing more of you tonight. It offers instead an invitation to rest in the valley of sleep, to let the high peaks stand their watch while you recover, to trust that tomorrow will come with its own strength, and you need not borrow that strength from this moment. Close your eyes now, if they are not already closed. Let your breath deepen like a valley filling with quiet shadow. Let your thoughts thin and scatter like clouds breaking apart in high wind. Let your body grow heavier, sinking into the earth's embrace, held by gravity, not as threat, but as comfort, not as force, but as cradle. The avalanche has taught you about triggers and consequences, about weak layers and safe zones, about the delicate balance between stability and release. And now, apply that teaching to yourself. Release what cannot hold. Let go of what needs to fall away, and trust that what remains will be enough. You are enough. This moment is enough. This breath is enough. Sleep now, quiet traveler. The mountain will be there tomorrow, patient and vast. The snow will fall and settle, and teach its lessons to another generation. The avalanche will come and go in its season, and the world will turn, and the peaks will stand. But you, right now, need only this small, sacred task: to sleep, to rest, to let the night do its gentle work of restoration. May your dreams be as soft as new snow. May your rest be as deep as a mountain valley. May you wake renewed, like a slope stabilized, like a traveler who has found safe passage, like someone who honored the wisdom of turning around and lived to climb another day. The night is yours. The peace is yours. The rest is yours. Good night.